Hello everybody, this is Oak Tree Tarot Reader here and welcome to my pick a card video. I'm doing another Valentine's Day themed video for you all, and today the question is, am I on the right path in love? Or am I on the path to love could be another way of describing it. So I'm going to read it as if you are single, but also that maybe some of you might be in a relationship but you're wondering if it's going to be the one that's going to be filled with love. So I'm going to leave that open to you. So please remember that this is a really general reading and not every scenario, situation or my interpretation will fit exactly to yours. You must just take what resonates and leave the rest aside, because it's likely that not all of it will make complete sense to you. So we have option 1, option 2 and option 3. I'm going to put the timestamps to each of these 3 readings. I'm going to pin it as a top comment, and also going to put it in the description box along with all of my contact details for those of you that want to follow me on Instagram or email me about a private reading. You can find everything you need in the description box. So I want you now to get to the point where you're going to meditate on the question, am I on the path to love? Take a few deep breaths, think about your life, your love life, your situation, and make your choice. Please don't overthink it, don't doubt yourself, don't overanalyze. Just go ahead with your gut instinct and make your choice. If you want a bit more time, then please press pause, because I'm now going to be moving on to reading 1. Okay, those of you that chose option 1, here is your reading. Are you on the path to love? So we have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Four of Cups, True Love, and Romantic Feelings. So I'm going to say yes, you are on the path to love. Either if you're in a relationship, you've got deep romantic feelings, you feel that this is true love, the romance of a lifetime, you're awash with feelings, and yeah, you're just at the moment thinking on it, hence the question, am I on the path to love? But anyway, if you're single, yes you are, and there's going to be somebody coming into your life relatively quickly, or at least you are on the path to meeting them. Because we've got the Knight of Wands, which is all about action and speed and passion. So there's passionate feelings here, either on your part or someone else's for you, or, you know, it's coming into your life. You know, the Knight is on a horse, he's a fast mover, he brings something to you. And then in this case, I believe it is sort of passion and sex, because it's a wand. So yeah, it's really coming in, heading towards you, or you're rushing towards it. And I feel that it's, for some of you, you might feel that you're the Knight of Wands, that you're the one rushing in to someone else's life, rushing into falling in love with someone, and you're just thinking, but is this right? Am I on the right path? Am I doing, you know, is this it? I think you're rushing ahead of it, yes. But there's somebody that's sensitive, sweet, compassionate, they have a great deal of empathy, emotional intelligence, they're probably very kind and sometimes seen as dainty excuse me, or you know, very, very feminine. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that actually they are overtly that way. They might make you feel that way, that you feel like a very demure woman, sensual more than sexy, or you might see that person in that way and you're rushing into love with this person, but they're inspiring feelings of love, and it's a romantic, pure love, I would say, despite the fact that there's a wand, there's a purity to it. And I think you're possibly really confused about it, some of you. You're really pondering it, like, where has this come from? Maybe this person's unsuitable. Maybe you're thinking that they might not be a good match. Maybe there's a cultural difference or a a sense of background. Maybe you're thinking, how will they fit into my life? Say if you're a traveller and you're leading a very exciting lifestyle, or you're not somebody who likes to let the grass grow under your feet. You like to keep moving, and you sense that this person might be, I mean, she's just quietly sitting there with the chaos of the emotions rushing around her. She's in control of her emotions. So you might think, well, maybe they're a bit more passive compared to the way that I am active, or vice versa. You might look at them and think, gosh, they're always out and about and doing things, and I just like to stay in and watch TV, or go on the internet, some of you. So I think you're thinking on it because you're really not sure if this is the right thing. As I said, hence the question, am I on the path to love? Am I, on the right, path? And I think you are. A doubt is completely normal and natural, and it's actually a good sign, because it means that you're really thinking things through and you're seeing possible pitfalls. But what you've got to remember is that it shouldn't stop you. It's all right going off inside yourself and not talking to anyone else about it, which is what I suspect you're doing, and just thinking about this new opportunity that's dangling above you. And there's things going on in your life, and you're thinking, that they're across away from you. You're thinking about these things, and will they be inaccessible to me? If I lean up and grab this, am I giving up these 3 things? Or even that I'd rather have those 3 things than this new opportunity, but am I losing what I've already got? So that you're really, really contemplating it and thinking about it privately and in great depth about these feelings. You might be feeling that it's happening too quickly for you. This sense of true love, that this is the romance of your lifetime, and that these romantic feelings have come from nowhere, or that I think there's probably a sense that you're not sure what to do now, for some of you, hence the deep thoughts. But what it's saying is, trust your feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Whatever happens in the love, doesn't matter. You've got to express them and be truthful and honest to yourself more than the other person. Because this is the thing, whenever there's a video saying, should I approach them? Should I tell them how I feel? What will they think if I told them how I feel? The answer should always be, yes, tell them how you feel. You can't have any kind of decent bond or relationship with someone if you can't even go up to them and say, actually, I fancy you. Can we go out for a drink? Or I really like you. Can we just go off for a coffee where it's just me and you and we can get to know each other better? If you can't even do that, you're not going to have a relationship, because when it comes down to the really tricky things like having children, getting married, where you want to live, how you want to spend your money, or all the things that you need to discuss in an important relationship, you're not going to be able to sort of express those desires and wants and needs with any confidence if you can't even come forward and say, hey, I really like you, can we meet up sometime, can we have a chat? And if you are in a relationship and you are feeling this resonates, but from within a new love, and you're not sure if this is the right one, again, your feelings are worth exploring, and this could be the romance of a lifetime. This could be the love of your lifetime. And so you need to explore it. You have to explore it and explore what opportunities are to be found between the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups, between passion and sensitivity and love. Yeah. I mean, that's it. Yes, you are on. This is such a clear yes. You are on the path to love, but it's up to you to decide what you're going to do with it. And for some of you, there's an opportunity here not to be missed. So that's why, it's good that you're thinking, carry on. But at some point, you have to stop thinking and take action. Become the Knight of Wands. Some of you might be there thinking, yeah, I want to take action, but how am I going to approach this sort of with emotional intelligence? You will find the answer in this thinking about how you're going to act and approach this person especially if they're sensitive and like kind of sweet, you're thinking, how can I come forward? I don't know how it's going to be received. I think that you will find the way through it and know the right thing to say. And if they do seem to represent the qualities of sensitivity, emotional intelligence, the sort of wisdom when it comes to people's feelings, they're not going to hopefully take it the wrong way. But if you explain, it's because I was so nervous about approaching you, they will understand. So those of you that chose option 1, that is your reading. I hope that it resonated with you and helped you in some way and provided an answer. Please let me know in the comment section if that is the case, and don't forget to send me an email if you would like a private reading. It's all in the description box, and I wish you all the best of luck for the future. Please take very good care of yourself. Have a lovely Valentine's Day, and goodbye. Okay, those of you that chose option 2, here is your reading. Are you on the path to love? So we have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Swords. We have the Horned One, the Wild Herdsman, which is the Devil card in this deck. We have let go of control issues and reconciliation. I'm going to say, I think in a way that, like, yes, you are on the path to love, but not from the point that it's about you're about to stumble across it, but more that you're moving in the right direction to deal with issues within yourself. I can see a few different scenarios. If you are currently in a relationship, the message is you can direct yourself onto the path of love. If you move on from something, let go of control issues, like try and reconcile with your partner, but allow things to grow and develop, like plant the seed, tend the crop, and then reap the rewards. And it's to do with your true nature, your desires, the primitive side of us, allowing ourselves to let loose a bit and have fun. So if you're feeling a bit repressed in this relationship, that not all of your needs and desires are being satisfied, it's to express them, but also accept that you're not necessarily going to get everything you want, because you might be trying to control it. If it's from the other side and you feel that you're being controlled, you know, and that's the repression comes from your partner's control, it's time to think about how you can move on from this and reconcile the relationship between the two of you, where you get what you want but they don't feel the need to be so controlling. And I mean, of course, if the relationship is far too controlling, the message is to move on in order to get yourself on a fresh path that might have a better love for you. Now if you're single, you are trying to control this too much, far too much. Maybe just sort of constantly, you know, I don't know, do pick a card readings where you're trying to do the what do they think of me, how will this be perceived, what do they want, and all this kind of stuff. And you need to move on from it and sort of trust your instincts and allow yourself to let it just happen naturally, to not be so controlling. I mean, this like monk figure here on the 7 of Pentacles, he's just got to let the tree grow. He's got to let the apples grow and the pentacles grow, and when they're ripe he can harvest them. There's nothing more than he can do than watch the tree grow. And this is what you need to do, because something probably is changing, whether that's you or your partner, or the relationship is developing. And relationships change from the early stages to the middle to a long-term relationship. There's all different phases to a relationship where you have to adapt and allow it to deepen and mature. We can't all stay teenagers and in our 20s forever. Our life changes, we have children, you know, our parents get older and all the rest of it. Life is constantly moving, even when you're not ready for it or you don't want it to. And this, I think, is showing you that something's moving, and it's either you literally moving away from whatever situation you're in to another, a better one, or something within the relationship's changing. And I feel that there's something to be reconciled with your past. It's got someone from your past is returning to your life, but I'm going to open it up even deeper than that. You're not necessarily finding an old partner or reconciling with an old partner if that's not what you want. If you feel that this is symbolic of an ex coming back into your life that you want to, that's fine. But it could also be that there's something going on in your past that you need to reconcile with because it's controlling you. You know, you're trying to control relationships and the outcome from a relationship or your love life because of a past relationship, and you've got to let it go. You know, like maybe your partner wasn't particularly supportive to you, it wasn't particularly loving, that they didn't really nurture like your ego. They didn't want, you know, maybe some of them didn't want you to succeed very well. They wanted to keep you where they could keep you. Well, that's stopping you from fully moving into love, if that's the case. And you've got to let go of it, because any future partners don't need to be as bad as your past partners. There could be something better, this sense of moving on. And if you have been on a path where you've had half decent relationships, that you might have thought this is going to be brilliant, it's going to start off so well, everything's going to be wonderful, and then it's just gone down the pan quite quickly after a short amount of time, and you realise that you're just with this nightmare of a person, and they, you know, you feel this sense of being tricked, that they hid their true nature until they felt they got you where they wanted you, and then they revealed their true colours, and you're thinking, oh my God, this is terrible. You know, you might have invested a lot in previous relationships. You might be someone that's willing to invest in relationships. So the message is, move on from what you have been investing in and to invest in something better. Something that's more in line with your true nature. So, you know, if all your previous partners have been a particular type, and I don't mean by their physical looks or appearance or anything like that, their fashion choices, I'm talking about their personality, who they are in the way they react to things. You know, are they self-confident? Are they supportive? If you're going for someone that's always into certain hobbies that you have, but fundamentally they have a completely different outlook on life, they vote different politically, they have different core values, it's just not going to work. It's all right being able to share a hobby with someone, but it's no good if you don't have the same ideas on how to raise kids, or where, you know, all the rest of it. I'm just using that as an example of how important these things are. You might not have wanted kids with them, but if they've got different core values, it doesn't matter what they look like. They might be the best looking person you've ever seen and everything, but it's just not going to work, and you need to reconcile that, because it's causing, I think some of you are being caused to control it far too much, and you can't control it, and you definitely can't control other people. You shouldn't even try. But I suspect it's you're the one that's being controlled, and the message is you need to move on from this. So I think that, yeah, you sort of are, because I suspect a lot of you are at this phase where you're going to think, yeah, that's a lot of sense actually, that really makes sense. In which case you are on the right path, because if you get rid of all these negativities in a way, you will be on the path to love, and then you will be a better person and be ready for it and open to it, and the right people will come into your life. But yeah, being your true self, true desires to come through with, you know, what you really, really want. And some of you might not feel that you can't say what you really want in life, who you really want in life, but you need to deal with it basically, and not let the past hold on to you. And if this person literally does come back into your life and you're thinking, but I don't want them, you don't have to have them. You don't have to let anyone into your life that you do not want in your life. You can just tell them to get back on the ship and carry on sailing away. So those of you that chose option 2, I think that's all I can see in this combination of cards. I do feel the message is not quite yet, but you're getting there. Because of this 6 of Swords, I feel that you are on the way. So don't lose hope and don't feel despondent. You are moving in the right direction. So please let me know in the comment section if this resonates with you, makes any kind of sense and so on. First of all, I wish you have a lovely Valentine's Day. I wish you all the best of luck for the future. Please take very good care of yourself, and thank you very much for listening to me. Bye. Hello, those of you that chose option 3, this is your reading. So, are you on the path to love? So we've got the 3 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You deserve love and worth waiting for. Nice. So I feel that you think that you are on the right path. I think overall probably yes, because of this worth waiting for and divine timing. So I would say that yes, you sort of are. But I think the message is don't worry about it and get on with what you've got to be doing, because I think for a lot of you, you're really working hard on something and building a foundation in your life that will support the rest of your life. So some of you, you know, you're working on your career, whether it's at the beginning of it, in the middle of it, or even at the end of it. You're working hard on investments in your life, because that's the 3 of Wands, looking out into the world, what's on offer and what you can invest in it and what you can get out of it. Remember, the merchant sent his stock off on the ship to the foreign port. It'll get swapped for exotic goods and then it'll come back. So some of you might have sent out a message and you're waiting, or invested in something and sent it out into the world and you're waiting for it to come back. I would say symbolically for your love life, it's going to be something like joining a dating app and putting your profile on there and seeing who's going to get back to you. And I think you just got to wait. There's a waiting there. There's also patiently getting on with the task at hand, honing your craft, becoming a master at your craft, and just plain old hard work. So some of you are just working hard, and I suspect on your career or your life generally. It could be just getting the kids to school and getting the bills paid and just living life, meeting up with friends, having fun. It's not all hard work. But you know, you're working hard on finding someone, finding love, working on yourself to make yourself a more attractive partner, physically, mentally or emotionally. It doesn't matter. You're just working hard on being a suitable wife or husband. Because we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is the nurturer. She's got a deep foundation. She's a provider, in the same way that the King of Pentacles is a provider, but from a more feminine angle. She's more of like the housewife, the keeper of the home. Now that doesn't mean that you're just going to be stuck washing up for the rest of your life. It just means at the moment your focus is on building a home. Some of you that's literally, if you're lucky enough, but I think others of you it's more to do with building the foundation of what your home will be. So working on what kind of wife you'd like to be, what kind of husband you would like to be, working hard on having enough money, perhaps because of these sense of investments, having enough money so that when the time comes and you have found love, you can settle with your partner wherever you like in the lifestyle that you would like to live. You know, she's a provider. She, you know, the Queen of Pentacles wants a nice house with a lovely garden that she can grow vegetables in and feed her family and provide and nurture and, you know, stability, stabilize everything. So there's a lot of warmth and care in this, but from a practical standpoint, because it's Pentacles, it's an earthy card. And you know, there's 2 Pentacles and Wands here. There's no cups or anything, you know, swords. It's not about thoughts and feelings, it's about passion and energy. So I don't think that you're necessarily in love with anyone at the moment, but I think that you're trying to build your life so that when you meet it and find it, you're all set, you're all ready. Woo! Sorry, that's my rabbit's just made something clatter and made me jump. Silly. That's the love of my life at the moment. Bless him. Anyway, yeah, building this foundation so that when you meet this person and it all happens, you're there, you're ready, and everything's there, because you do deserve love, and the love that's coming towards you, and I feel actually you're not too far off it, I think you are on the path, is that you deserve love and it's worth waiting for. And this is why I believe that you think that you're on the right path, because you're committed to the idea that you really do deserve love, and it's no half measures for you. I think that for you, you want the whole deal. You know, whatever age that you're at, whether it's marriage and kids or just the right partner, it doesn't matter. You know that it's time now to find the right one, and the right one is worth waiting for, that you're not willing to waste your time on people that aren't going to give you the kind of life you want to lead, or share the life that you're willing to share, you know, because obviously there's always compromises. It can't be all on your terms, but as long as this person will support you, I think that you're more than willing to support them back, because I think there's an idea here that what you're trying to build is enough, in a sense, I suppose, assets behind you, that it offers you the freedom to perhaps be together, or, you know, you don't have to work so hard when you're with them. But you definitely know that you deserve love, and that, you know, it's going to happen. So I think that yes, you are, but I can't say that I see it coming straight away, because of this sense of worth waiting for and divine timing, which always suggests to me that it's going to happen when it happens. And if you're saying, oh yeah, I'm working really, really hard at the moment in my career, and actually it's going to be difficult to meet someone and invest the time I need to invest in them in order to make a success of the relationship, you're not going to meet anyone or someone in particular. Like if you're looking for some, you know, a lot of people look for twin flames, soulmates and all this kind of stuff. If you're actually looking for the one, it's not going to happen until you feel that you're secure. And I'm going to say that not because of some sense of destiny and the universe and all that. It's because you're not going to let love come into your life until you feel that you're this Queen of Pentacles that can support your family. Yeah. You're not going to let it happen until you think you've got enough money in the bank, enough assets, or your career is established enough. So be aware that if you're thinking, why am I not meeting anyone? It's because you're not letting them through. You're too busy looking over the sea to see what your next opportunity is. And that can be in love, like the grass is always greener. There's always the perfect person will be your next partner, and then the next and the next. But I think there's such a strong thing about pentacles and money and finances and providing and energy and assets that I'm going to think some of you are just too focused on work. So yeah, but it is worth waiting for. Love will enter your life, and it will be a great love that you deserve, and they deserve you. It's just not going to happen while you're working so hard. So those of you that chose option 3, that's your reading. Are you on the path to love? Well, I think so, but you're just on a slow path. Please let me know in the comment section if this resonated with you, if it made any sort of sense to you. Have a very lovely Valentine's Day. Please email me if you want a private reading on oaktreetarotreader@gmail.com. But otherwise, I wish you all the best of luck for the future. Please take very good care of yourself, and thank you for listening to me. Bye.